of us who are here on this planet at this time are here because we're taking an accelerated course in our soul's evolution. The dense energy and the negativity of this planet helps to speed up the process, but it can also make it a little scary at times. But you're not alone. All of us have been assigned our own spirit team to help assist, guide, and support us on this path. To receive their guidance, you need to understand the language they use to communicate with us. The language they use is signs. In this video, I'm going to give you a few tips to help you understand how your angels and guides communicate with you and explain to you why it's important for you to learn that language. Hello, I'm Wendy Rapp, spiritual life coach and intuitive reader. On this channel, I help you as a spiritually awakened person grow and evolve on your soul's journey. And if you enjoy information like this, hit the subscribe button because I upload a new video every Sunday. The first thing you need to do to open up the communication between you and your guides is just set the intention. Start talking to them. Trust me, they're there. They're not off waiting somewhere else. They're always with you, trying to get your attention. And if you don't feel them around, it's because you're not listening. So start talking to them. You can do it through prayer. You can do it in meditation. If you're like me, you're talking out loud to them all day around the house. I do that. But I know they're there. And I talk to them about everything, and not just worries and concerns, everything, the things I'm grateful for, just how my day is going, and sometimes I'm just talking out loud, working through issues, but then I start getting inspiration for how to get, without even asking them to give me the inspiration, I'll start getting the inspiration, and I know that they're working with me to help me solve a particular problem. So if there's an area that you're concerned with, an area you're struggling with in your life, let your guides know. Talk to them, tell them you want a sign from them. This is an area I'm having problems with right now. And then you need to be mindful and watch for the sign and be patient. So what are some of the types of signs that you may receive? Well, Spirit is very resourceful, and you'll be surprised at some of the methods they use to communicate with us. One of them is music. If you hear a song, kind of out of the blue, but the lyrics seem to be giving you a message, or you hear that song over and over throughout the week, and there's some kind of a message in those lyrics for you, know that that's a way that Spirit is trying to give you a sign. Another way that Spirit will send you signs is through nature, and this happens with me all the time. When I'm looking for a sign, they will send repeatedly a particular bird, animal, even insects, sometimes reptiles. Not often, but it's happened. And if you recognize that this animal that's being sent to you, or insect, is a sign, then look up the spiritual meaning behind that animal, insect, bird. There's a book by Ted Andrews called Animals Speak. I have that book. I love it. I refer to it all the time. It's dog-eared by now, but it has the spiritual meaning and the metaphysical qualities that these animals are trying to show you. They are definitely signs from Spirit. Other ways you could receive signs are, you could see a billboard that has a slogan or a message that really seems to fit the situation or be an answer to a situation you're looking for. Sometimes even a commercial with a slogan. And if you see it repeatedly, you know that that's a sign from Spirit that they're using. Like I said, they're creative and resourceful, and they will use whatever they can to get your attention. Another way is sometimes you could be in public somewhere or in a group somewhere, and you overhear a conversation. The conversation's not being directed at you, but whatever that person is saying seems to be a message that is directed to you. That's another way that they use to get your attention and give you a message. You may even see number sequences that show up for you repeatedly. So again, it's a good thing to look those sequences up. You can even do that on your phone. The meaning, the metaphysical meaning behind, and type in the number. There's meaning to it. There's no such thing as a coincidence. These are synchronicities. They're sending you signs. Another way that they may be trying to give you an answer or send you a sign is through inspired thought. It's something that happens to me all the time. When there is a situation I need to work through or a problem I need to work through, I will suddenly get the feeling I should be doing XYZ. Oh, but that doesn't seem logical. I don't think I'll do it. And the more I push it off and don't do whatever this thing is that comes into my mind, the stronger that thought gets that I should do it, and the feeling, do it, do it, do it, until finally I do it, and I realize that this is their answer to me to help me work through whatever my situation is. And when you have received the sign that you've been asking for, don't forget to thank them. And if you'd like to have a handy reference guide to all the different signs that Spirit will send you and their meaning, then I'd really recommend this book. It's called Messages from Spirit by Colette Baron Reed. I got this book when I was first opening up to Spirit, and I'm telling you, she covers everything. Every different type of sign they can send you, she's got it covered in this book. I really couldn't recommend it enough. So if you're trying to learn their language, this is a good book for learning Spirit's language. So why is it important that you learn to recognize the signs and the language Spirit uses to speak and communicate with you? Well, as I said earlier, we are here on an accelerated course, and we came into a very dense energy. The Earth plane is supposed to be the most dense energy in the universe and the most negative. So we're going to be very challenged in our growth, in our spiritual evolution, and at times it can get to be very, very confusing. Really, we would be lost without having our guides with us to help us move through this. So learning the way they speak, the way they communicate with us, will help us to navigate this world much more easily. And because your angels and guides have access to your Akashic Records, and they know your soul's contract. In fact, they know the lessons you came here to learn. We're still trying to figure it out while we're here. That's part of the lesson. But they know what those lessons are supposed to be. So they're going to help guide us through those lessons so that we can fulfill our soul contract. That's one of their jobs for us. Also, they will be aware of any major life events that might be coming in that might alter the course of our path, or that might enable us to move forward on our path, and they will guide us through that. Always ask for signs that will help you to move forward on a path that is for your highest good, and a path that will help you to fulfill your soul's contract. And remember, your spirit guides and angels are here to help assist you and guide you. They're not going to make decisions for you. They're not going to tell you one way or the other what you should be doing. We're here to learn lessons by exercising our free will. And when you learn to recognize the way that Spirit communicates with you, you'll begin to see that they're frequently communicating with you and sending you signs even when you haven't asked, because they're trying to keep you on the right course. They may even send you signs to signal danger or as a warning. And sometimes they send you a sign just to let you know they're there. I've had that happen to me many times. I hope that information was helpful for you. If you have any questions or comments about this video, please leave it in the comment section below, because I would love to hear from you. You can connect with me on social media. The links are below in the description box. And as always, remember, you are a spark of the divine. Share your light with the world. Blessings.